Chrisley Knows best stars Todd Chrisley and his wife, Julie, turned down the plea deal and opted to go to trial. Speculation about their sentence came even before the trial started. At first, people assumed they would serve about 4 to 5 years for tax evasion. However, they ended up with a 19-year concurrent sentence. Certainly, it would be interesting to know what the plea deal offered. What were Todd Chrisley and Julie's convictions for? While most people talk about tax crimes and how harsh the sentences of 7 and 12 years were, there were other changes. They included 12 counts of tax evasion, bank and wire fraud, and conspiracy. You might remember that the jury found them guilty on all charges. Perhaps because of the added fraud-related charges, the plea simply wasn't attractive enough. Joe Geddes from Bravo's Real Housewives also served time in prison, and he suggested that Todd Chrisley made a miscalculation when he took the case to trial. From his own experience, he knew that a lesser sentence would result after a plea deal. That way, the kids wouldn't have been separated from their parents for so long. To this day, Savannah and Chase talk about how her mom and dad wouldn't take a plea because of their innocence. But now, innocent Chloe and Grayson are the ones who suffer. Todd Chrisley turned down the plea deal, and people wonder why. In a recent discussion on Reddit, /PettyLaBelle94 wondered about the plea deal they denied. An interesting discussion arose about how murderers and abusers like Josh Duggar serve similar sentences. Hence, Savannah's mom and dad didn't kill anyone. From a person who works in legal, followers discovered that when a plea is turned down, it is never made public. So the question about what they were offered can't be answered. Still, that didn't stop people from speculating about the reason for Todd Chrisley taking that road. Some people believed that the former USA Network stars were just way too arrogant to expect a long sentence. One follower opined, on the podcast, Todd would rant about unjust persecution by the government, the gay Department of Revenue, that he was fighting these charges for the everyman who couldn't afford to fight. All while trying to muddy the waters with his nonsense because the feds really had something on him. TV fame would save them. The same follower also said that Julie and Todd Chrisley's egos prevented them from making a sound judgment regarding a plea deal. They added, "I think Todd foolishly believed he could control the narrative. If I was Julie, I would have flipped to save myself for my babies. But she's clearly under his spell for whatever reason." Do you think the Chrisley Knows best couple should have just taken the plea deal and served a shorter sentence? Was the plea deal not so great? Or did they believe they would get off untarnished because of their celebrity status? Let us know in the comments below and come back here for the latest Chrisley-related news.